Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Valtopia. Hi, honey. It's Val, and is it Wednesday today? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Yom Kippur, and my kids are going to be here with me all day. I have about 10 minutes till they get here. Hey, Alana. Hey, everybody. So I thought I'd pop on and just see you guys and connect in with you today. And let you know that this weekend, starting tomorrow, we have a lot of cosmic energies coming through and magical things happening. And I thought I'd do a quick little reading to see what this community is bringing forward with the 1010 portal tomorrow, the opening to our thoughts manifesting so rapidly, manifesting more quickly, and the full moon on Sunday night, right? So let me share this around. Or Alana, are you gonna share it around for me? What should I do? Let me see here. I think I just do a watch party. I barely have any time, so. And I want to see a few more of you while I'm live. It seems like maybe this time is busy because I was in my Celebrate group and I didn't get to connect with anybody. So maybe I'll connect with some of you guys out here. All right, so let me start a watch party in Valtopia, my free group. There we go. And I wanted to see a few more of you while I'm live. Ooh, there I am. Oops, nope. And are you guys ready for this? Who's here with me? Say hello. So, a lot has been going on behind the scenes. I decided last week I want to do a podcast. So I've been building the first episode and playing around in Anchor. So if you're on Anchor, let me know. Come and find me, Valtopia, on Anchor. I haven't even really set anything up yet. I'm doing a lot behind the scenes before I bring it through. And then we have some magical stuff coming. The glow up is coming, and I'm spending a lot of time getting it all ready. I can't get this to share. So, oh well, we'll share later. So, let's talk about this cosmic weather. Hey, Nietzsche, how are you? What's going on? Yeah, it's like every Facebook page I load up on my laptop here, nothing comes up. So I can't share it. I can't share. Yeah, not happening. And you know, it's so funny because all the cards and readings I've been doing for myself have been about cocooning and hermit and keeping to myself. And here I am trying to share the live stream and nothing will share. So that makes sense. They're like, get back to your journal, hang out by yourself. What are you doing? So I love it. I'm getting messages here too. So why don't we just do a reading here? Oh, good. They're coming later. Okay. We have a little more time then. That works. Well, then let the Facebook pull up, please. What is going on? So I can share to my page. And say hello if you're here. Say hello. Yeah, page is unresponsive. Why? Why is there no energy? Okay, so tomorrow is 1010. It's the 1010 portal. You can Google and find out all kinds of amazing things happening there. Basically, as we all come into more awareness, as we wake up to, hi Karima, as we wake up to our extrasensory abilities that we've suppressed for so long. Hi Joanne. And more and more of us are waking up to our ability to tap into our universal presence and be a fabulous human being and ground our cosmic being into our human being right here, right now. More of us are waking up, the energy is ascending, and 1010 is about those synchronicities and those synergies and the thinking your thoughts and then having them manifest really rapidly. For this to happen, I mean, it's happening whether you're thinking positive or negative thoughts. And so the more aligned you are to what you do desire in your life, the more that you're going to be experiencing a blissful experience because you're going to be coming into manifestation of what you're asking for. And a lot of the work that I've been doing over the last few years with myself and my clients coming out of trauma and disruption in my life and chaos to a better life means that it's hard to choose what I want because we haven't known what we wanted, and it's been a life where we ask for what we want and we don't get it, or we get kicked down, or we get denied, or we get rejected. And so then when we go to do what we want, we feel like, but I'm going to get rejected. And basically the work that we're doing is about forgetting anything that's ever happened in the past and letting yourself believe in now, right? So what are you believing in now? What are you going to choose going forward? What stories and past perceptions and programs about yourself are you going to let go so that you can just allow in this moment for yourself to completely regenerate based on new decisions? The mind is so malleable. We've learned all these amazing techniques for regenerating our neural pathways, and what we think about and do and be, the people we're around changes our whole life. And so nothing is set in stone, and you can shift everything. So even if you haven't completely awakened to all of your extrasensory awareness, you can get behind your mind shifts and the habits that you want to bring into your life. So what are you asking for change? What are you bringing in with this full moon on Sunday and with the 10/10 portal tomorrow? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Now this is loaded up so I can do a watch party on my page finally. Join us live. All right, a collective reading. There we go. So let's begin this reading. Now that I have a few more minutes before my kids get here, I'm so pleased. Excuse me. And I did a really amazing reading yesterday with my girl Janice, and we were working through, what is the resistance? Why are we not getting or tapping into what we desire? And I think I am going to look at the questions that she asked and do this right now. This is so good. Are you guys ready for this reading from Janice? I think it's so powerful. And let me see, am I shared into all the places? I think so. Okay, so if you have your deck of cards, or if you're watching this playback, let me know. Look at this. Here's the Hermit card. I keep getting this card. I'm supposed to be hanging out by myself. So let's tune into the deck, and let's tune into the energy, and I want you to ask, what is bothering you? What is bothering us? What is coming into your field of awareness that's coming up to be released, or that's creating contrast, that's pointing out to you what you want to change? All right? So with that, pull from your deck of cards as you begin and see what comes through. Look at this. The card that's coming up here is out of control. Who feels out of control right now? Who feels somewhat chaotic in your life? All right, so with that card, when we're changing, when we're shifting, when we're allowing things to be different in our life, it does feel chaotic. It feels messy, and we're stretching and evolving into places we've never been. And when we don't know what's there, our mind wants to freak out. And also when you're going into new places and ask for change, you will be presented with situations that feel like, this isn't what I asked for, and it is what you asked for. And when you ask for something, you have the totality of your ask, which means you're going to get the dark and the light experience of what you're asking for, and you get to decide how you move through what's presented to you for yourself. It is for you. It's a lesson for you to grow. It's a lesson for you to be more prepared for what you're asking for. It's a lesson for you to release what isn't part of you anymore to make space for what you do want. So Karima feels out of control. What's feeling out of control for you? Talk to me. Ooh. All right, so the next question is, what is the deep-rooted issue? Oh, I love this. Well, the next cards that came through are rewards and love. Rewards and love. So if you can see that there's these arms reaching up to the fruit, and they're just barely getting the fruit. And so a lot of us really spend a lot of time wondering, feeling like we're going towards something, and that when we get to that something, that's when we're gonna feel good. And really, the lesson that I've learned is that you feel good before you get to the reward. You don't get the reward when you feel good. you feel good, and then you look around and you say, oh my goodness, look at all the rewards, because you've been looking and enjoying and being grateful for all the rewards throughout the process. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments over here on these watch parties. Hello, hello. Okay. And the other card is love, and love is when you're open and you trust and you feel faith and you have compassion and you allow for things to flow. Love is the way to allow yourself to grow in a powerful way, and that can be difficult. We will lose trust and we lose faith over time, and we have to come back into it daily. Are you operating your experience from a place of trust and faith? Are you letting yourself believe in your dreams and what's guiding you? Are you tapped into your desires? Are you? Okay. What is the next question? The next question is, what is painful for you? What is coming up that is painful for you? So let's see what comes through. And you guys, if you love tuning in with me, I have a private paid group called Valtopia Celebrate. It's only $88 to join. And I pop in there and do live readings. I was in there earlier this morning and did a separate reading for them. And like this weekend when I don't have my kids, we're gonna be popping in and doing some cool stuff and delivering through some streams. So, hello, how are you? So the question was, what is the pain that we're experiencing? Well, we have peace coming, peace that we desire from our frustration. Look at this picture, frustration, right? And we have a king energy to transcend the frustration. So this is about, what are you choosing? How are you choosing your thoughts? How are you choosing to support and nourish yourself through and beyond any frustration? How many of you are experiencing frustration in your days and wondering how to overcome that frustration and that sense of being out of control? Are you settling into your inner peace? Are you meditating? And meditation doesn't have to just be sitting there with your fingers crossed going, Meditation can be a form of exercise. Meditation can be, self-stimulation to a place of grounding and pleasurable connection to God. Meditation can be listening to things in your ears, guided meditation. There's all kinds of ways to get quiet and within yourself to find your own answers and to really just feel yourself. How many of you are just feeling yourself, right? Yeah. All right, so the next question is, okay, so how do we flip this energy, right? Thank you, love. Thank you. I just got it done yesterday. And welcome. Welcome. So how do you flip the energy? Oh, look at this. The Sun card came up. And let's pull another one to go with this. Let's see. The Sun energy is about being starseed, being lit up from the, and my sun, rising sun, my sun is Virgo, but I feel like Sun is, in this deck, for me, is tied into being a starseed. And being a starseed is about knowing that you were born to be you, and that what lights you up and fires you up is your activation towards your passion and pleasure in your life. And this is leading you to your mission. I feel like we have a mission that we chose to come and be. My mission is to come and overcome my limitations in my life, to overcome being a victim, to overcome thinking that I learned I was an empath and I could feel and know things, and to learn the balance of coming back inside of myself and not be so plugged into people outside of myself. And that's generally what happens with most of my clients, is they're focused, hyper-focused on a lot of things outside of themselves, and we need to bring them back into themselves. And actually the process of coming back into ourselves can be really resistant at first. And that resistance can be so intense that we avoid it for years and years and years. And we pay lots and lots of money to have guides and mentors who are already on the other side of this, looking at ourselves and giving you lots of exercise and homework and guidance that you can't even touch yet because you haven't done the work of getting to know yourself, and you need someone like me to guide you back to actually sitting with and knowing yourself. So that's what this empressing is about, and that's how we flip this energy that we were talking about in the last with what is the pain. Shift it by getting to know yourself and queening your energy with yourself. So how do we embody the new beliefs, right? So let's see what comes up with that question. I'm feeling someone's solar plexus, energy compromised, energy boundary, boundaries that are not being honored. Who resonates with that message? Look at this card keeps coming up. How do we embody the new beliefs? I've released frustration, that's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see if we can get, this is kind of a funny reading because I'm doing it with these questions. Yes, we release frustration. We decide that stories that we don't know or that we're confused aren't true. And we let ourselves meditate and come into resonance and let these inspiration and ideas come through. So many times we're trying to force things from a place of, I got to get this done. And you're going to create junk when you do that. You're pushing yourself, you're using your mind instead of actually tapping into and tuning into all of your presence and being as connected to the all that is, which means that you do have this period of time during your day where you go quiet and you go within and you release attachment to everything and anything. And that's when the inspiration comes in, and that's when you come up with more powerful ideas. And so many of us will not sit still and do this work and wonder why we can't get ahead. And we keep dismissing the fact that the sitting still and the journaling and the quiet work and this embodiment work that I do with my clients, that you pay a lot of money to do because it's super intense. And once you get past it, then you get to another stage of your life and being. And dismissing it is basically dismissing yourself, and then you wonder why you're not accomplishing what you desire, why you're not living the experience that's calling you. Well, you have to live it inside of yourself and trust it and find it inside of yourself before it's going to manifest outside of you. Do you know that? I had the hardest time learning that lesson. I really did, so I get it. All right, so now that we know that we're going to be tuning into our epiphanies and our inspirations, how do we attract more of what we desire? So let's see what comes through there. Ooh, we got so many cards. We got the Twin Flame card, which is about knowing your own reflection. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Finding what's inside of you first and then seeing it on the outside of you. The Twin Flame is all about what is going on inside of you. And if you don't like what you see on the outside, then work on what's on the inside, okay? Queen of Wands, the spiritual revolutionary. This is what I was talking about, your passion and purpose, your mission that you feel. What are you being called to that feels too big and too risky, that feels like outside of what other people are doing, but that so lights you up and that you've always known you want to do, and you're doing it, but you're not doing it to the level you desire? I'm wanting to work with women and men who are further along in their journey and who have really dedicated themselves to their spiritual, revolutionary, rebellious ways, as in disrupting the status quo, shifting their lives. I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. I have 2 young boys. I'm doing this for my kids. I knew that when I was married, I was being stifled. I was aligning to views that weren't mine to keep this peace, and that was compromising my own sense of inner peace and my trust and authenticity with my children, and I wasn't available for that. So I had to do a lot of life restructuring to get to a place where I'm able to think and believe and speak my truth, which means I'm not afraid to speak about my spirituality. I'm not afraid to go live and talk about my clients and connect with clients. I'm not afraid to teach my children about manifestation and extrasensory abilities and what it means to be a woke and powerful person in today's world, where we're actually aware of how the brain and energy works, and we're not living in some old paradigm where none of these principles are allowed because they're too scary and weird. No, we let ourselves understand the advancements and the knowledge that is coming to light, and we let ourselves evolve with it and become reverse age and live lives that are full of energy and vitality and connection and love and compassion. Not the old model where you're just trying to please everybody around and fit in and deny like whole parts of yourselves. Fuck that. We're not doing that anymore, right? Community is so important when we're creating this world that we're living, because when you're creating a new neural pathways and new habits for yourself, if you're not around other people that are in a positive way doing and supporting you, it's very easy to slip back into the way you were and deny what you've got calling for you. And look at this. We have the indecision and the out of control card. And this is what we were talking about earlier. If you don't take the time to tune into yourself and find your decisions from within, you will be feeling out of control. You'll be feeling out of control if you're not listening to your inner guidance. Your soul and your energy will be letting you know that this is not okay. And you will find yourself in situations that align you to what you need to pay attention to if you're ignoring. Starseeds coming in for treatment, coming in for awakening, coming in for expansion, right? All right, how do I let go and release? And this is our last one, and then I'm gonna go. How do I release? So the last, how do I let go and release any of these energies, resistances, contrast, and allow myself to receive and call in what I do desire? Well, my loves, you go within. Here's the Hermit card all through all the messages today. And from your cocoon, after you've done the work of being inside with yourself, don't get lonely, get curious about who you are and what you want and how you've been and how you're going to be. If you don't like the way it's been, change it and emerge into a new space of being. This is always your time. Doesn't matter where you are and what you've been up to, you can always shift and emerge to a new space. And if you're finding that you can't do this work to yourself, I understand. I have a guide and mentor at all times. I'm serving many people, my clients and this community, and it's easy to forget who we are, especially when we have kids and we're working hard and we get tired and we go through dark nights of the souls and all these things. That's why I get support to help remind me daily of who I am and to not forget the goals and the vision that I'm holding myself to. That makes me feel amazing and lets me continue to reverberate and inspire and ignite creation, rather than contracting and shrinking into a version of me that feels safe but actually really uncomfortable and almost deathly, right? Like for those of us who are supernovas and we're lit up and we have all this passion and creativity coming through us, if we don't pursue this passion and creativity, it will eat us up. We tend to implode and pull others down with us, versus when we're shining and radiating and expanding outwards, we tend to ignite and inspire, and we serve others from our overflow. And that is what I'm talking about in my next container with my next one-to-one clients. I'm so excited to be offering a few spots for only a few of you to learn how to serve from overflow. It's not easy to do this. You may already be really successful at what you're doing, but you feel this disconnect between your success and your sense of inner peace and balance and the way you want it to be. And you have so much success that it's hard to shift. I'm telling you, getting into alignment and coming into this place where you feel so restful and peaceful that it just spills out and you're serving people from your saucer. This is the work that we're doing in my next container and in all of the work that I do. And I'm having such amazing success with my clients. I want you to be one of the success stories. Please reach out to me. Private mentoring and guidance with me begins at 1K and above monthly. If you would love to have a one-off session before, as we go into this full moon this weekend, I'm offering one session at $555 plus 5 days of Voxer support. You can private message me for that to get started, and that would be a great way to begin your process of working with me and see how we're aligned. You will experience a lot of clearing and regeneration of your energy in the hour session that we do. We can really talk about your passion and your purpose and the way things are going and how we can realign them to be more suited to your highest well-being. And then in the 5 days afterwards, we can work through whatever comes up as you shift your energy in the session. So thank you so much for joining. If any of this appeals to you, please reach out. I want you to be a part of getting all the support that lights you up and lets you be the expansive supernova that you are. Own your frequency, supernova. There's nobody like you. See you next time.